Hello and welcome everybody. This is your host Learbach, and you're just in time for something a little different. I haven't done this really much at all, but I went and bought a few packs of Magic the Gathering Unstable. Now, the last time I bought a Magic pack was probably 5 or 6 years ago. Have a bit of a strange history with the game. But I always did like their joke sets, Unhinged, Unglued, and now Unstable. So I bought some so I heard about Unstable coming out, and I bought some packs for that, and I also bought a 100 card box by Golden Groundhog. They made it very clear that's who the vendor was, and it came with a neat little box to store all your cards. Yeah, it's a cardboard deck box. It's not anything special. So we'll get into what's in the cards there later. I have sifted through a few of the cards on here. I haven't looked through all of them. But these I have yet to open, and we're probably going to break this up into multiple episodes, so we're going to do one pack at a time per episode. So we're going to start with this one that's somehow already somewhat open. I have no clue what happened with that. Be careful flinging around your card packs, kids. You might end up accidentally breaking them open somehow. I don't think it was like this when I got it. Anyway, we'll go ahead and put it open on here, and okay, so that's cool. So we have a token card here. This is a foil card. You can't really, you can kind of see the shimmer on the screen. This is a gnome. For those of you who've never played, it's a artifact gnome. That's weird. For those of you who've never played Magic the Gathering, certain cards let you create tokens, and usually you use like coins or whatever you have lying around. Sometime a few years ago, back around when I stopped playing, about a year or two before I stopped playing, they introduced token cards that I think they started putting into every pack. So you get at least 1 or 2 token cards in addition to the 11 cards you normally already get. Now the cool thing about this one is on the back, you have a little aesthetics blueprint card. Let me see if I can, it's really hard to see, there we go. Truth is not black and white. This is encouraging you to color the image. Oh wow. So it's not just a little artwork, it's actually like, a do-it-yourself sort of thing. Most of the token cards would have the same card back as Magic the Gathering cards, which are, the standard Magic the Gathering card back. Now, what's interesting here is there are 3 other cards here that seem to have, these are the same. This is weird. So these have backs on them. Let's see. Start the game with a crank counter on Sprocket 3, is what they all say. So I think that these 3 cards, they have unique artwork on them. They look like the actual cards are unique to obviously most of the cards in this are unique to Unstable because they're all really crazy weird, but this is even more so. So let's see, let me look at which one looks good. Duplication device. Artifact contraption. Whenever you crank duplication device until the end of turn, target creature becomes a copy of any creature on the battlefield, except it's an artifact in addition to its other types. So, that's basically, you can kind of clone a card on the battlefield or creature. And then they also, in addition to being the same as that other creature, they are now a artifact. Now let's see what the Start the game with the crank counter on sprocket 3, so you'd start on the third sprocket here, and I guess whenever you use it, you'd move the counter down. This is what I was also talking about with the counters. You just use a little, whatever you could find, like a coin usually for a counter. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control a contraption, move the crank counter to the next sprocket and crank any number of that sprocket's contraptions. Sprocket 1 follows sprocket 3. So I guess whenever you start on 3, 2, 1, you move it right back to 3 and keep going down. It's a little weird. It's a little weird as a gimmick. Of course, considering that you have to be able to see the card in order to play it, I guess just the other two do. Maybe they've got the vision table. I don't expect you to scream. Don't expect you to talk, Mr. Bond. I expect you to scream. I think that's how that quote goes. Whenever you crank the vision table, target player loses 2 life. Oh wow, that's actually pretty good. And the same thing. If you control a contraption with the crank counter. So I think yeah, it's all the same abilities on the back. So I guess you can pick one of these to start the game with. You can just have it upside down like this. And whenever you move the coin, you can flip the card over and use it, and then flip it back and put the coin back on the whatever number it was on before. That's weird. Okay, so now we got the. That's gonna be something we're gonna be seeing a lot in this set with these sets. So one of the cool things about Unstable that I did see was that they have these interesting cards. I'm gonna see if I can look through them right here. That are called host creatures. And then you have these other things, these other kind of like enchantments. Ooh, we got the land, one of the lands that come with this set. That's something that I always liked about Unstable. Their lands are awesome looking. They look way cooler than normal lands. Excuse me. Excuse me. But yeah, so they always look way cooler. Because they usually have like the full body look like this instead of just the standard card look like this, for example, where you just have the picture and then you have whatever's down below. One of the things I wanted to show off here is they have these things called host creatures, where you play it and you have this kind of split down the middle of the card, or down a section of the card, and you have like tap when this creature enters the battlefield, then you do its effects here, and then you have these augmented cards, which are like half the card, and when you pay the mana cost to play those, you snap them on, and instead of using the ability, if I can line this up correctly, instead of using the whenever the first half of the ability, you use the augmented ability, which in this case is 3 mana. Let me see, is it 3? 5, excuse me. So for the cost of 5 mana, you can create a 1/1 colorless gnome artifact creature, and in addition, your 2/2 engine, which was a gnome-made engine, becomes a steam-powered engine, and it now becomes a 2/6. So that's kind of something I find really neat, and I'm hoping that they put that into the main game. Yeah, so you also have, in addition to all those, we have some more host creatures like Big Boa Constrictor. Roll a 6-sided die, target opponent loses life equal to the result. So you roll a standard 1d6, and if you roll a 1, they lose 1 life. Roll a 2, lose 2 life, so on and so forth. And then you have a Mother Kangaroo. Roll a 6-sided die, put a number of 1 counters on this creature equal to the result. So, you know, you roll and you can increase the attack power of the kangaroo. That's something I've also noticed looking through the cards online. There's a lot of cards. Whatever. There's a lot of cards that really like having having you roll a dice, which isn't typical of Magic the Gathering. But at least it's better than I think it was Unglued, the first set had what's called Chaos Confetti. You take the card, rip it into shreds, toss on the table. Whatever the shreds land on is exiled from the game. If that gets left hanging, I'm trying to wait for the light to get out of the. When that gets left hanging, enters the battlefield, ask a person outside the game to high five you. If he or she won't, that gets left hanging, gains haste until end of turn. I'm imagining this is not a good card to use on it. I've seen another card that does that same thing, like asks for audience participation essentially. Give me some skin. I love the little card, flavor text on these cards. So we got Chipper Chopper, a cyborg rigger, whatever a rigger is. Flying, which is really good. When Chipper Chopper enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice another artifact. If you do, put 2 1/1 counters on Chipper Chopper, and it assembles a contraption. Put the top card of your contraption deck face up onto one of your sprockets. I have no clue what a contraption deck is. I may have to look that up. So I wonder if the contraption deck is what the weird, oddly stacked cards are. Yeah, because they're labeled as contraptions. So I guess you make a contraption deck. That's pretty neat. A willing test subject, or not so willing, since it jumps from my hand. With reach, it's pretty good. It means it can catch flying creatures. Whenever you roll a 4 or higher on a die, put a 1/1 counter on willing test subject, and for 6 mana, you roll a 6-sided die. I find it weird that they're oddly specific about the 6-sided die. I wonder if they do more. This is Wizards of the Coast. They do also own Dungeons and Dragons, so possible they could have you roll a 20-sided. Beast in Show. Get it? With Trample, which is pretty good. So, that's it. For 6 mana, 6/4 Trample, that's not too bad. Something really special in the Baylock category this season in terms of spike, density, and quality. You'd like to get a word with the handler, but are unable to locate her at this time. Because it's got its leash in its mouth. So I wonder if it ate the owner. Ate its owner. Love the punny names. The punny names are always good. We have Suspicious Nanny. Sorry, I'm taking my time looking at the cards personally. Whenever Suspicious Nanny deals combat damage to a player, it reassembles target contraption that player controls. Gain control of it and move it onto one of your sprockets. Afternoon, folks. Lovely day for a stroll with my authentic human baby. I couldn't read that part there. Love the card art. Love the art for all this. It always looks good. And here we have Midlife Upgrade. Kind of like similar to Midlife Crisis. As an additional cost to cast Midlife Upgrade, sacrifice X contraptions. Assemble X+1 contraptions. Put the top card of your contraption deck face up onto one of your sprockets. Again, I'm gonna have to look up what sprockets actually are and how all that how the contraption deck. I mean, oddly uneven. The last card we have in this pack. Choose one. Destroy each creature with an odd number of words in their name. Let's see. Hyphenated words are one word. Destroy each creature with an even number of words in its name. So, the odds are good, but the goods are odd. So yeah. That's actually a pretty neat card. It's a neat idea for a card. Seems like a bit overpowered considering a lot of creatures usually have two names in their name, two syllables in their name. Excuse me, words. But that's not a bad idea for a card. But that's the kind of stuff you get in Unstable. You get these kind of weird little goofy concepts that would never really work out in a real game. And usually the results are heavily unbalanced gameplay. And I love them so much. Like, so much so that I'm willing to buy a pack even though I don't play Magic anymore. So yeah. With all that said, we have opened up one of our 2 packs. And I think we'll go ahead and cut to another episode. So next time we'll open the 2nd pack. Until then, I'll see you guys later.